Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy, your friend, Mr. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but only on Tuesdays, right here, back in the building with my boy, Mr. C. Ward.
Yo.
Wow, good to see you back in the building, my boy.
You know me. I'm always be in the building.
What it do, man? How you been?
You know, chilling.
Oh, yeah, like always. I understand that. Now, the last time you was here, we talked about the lady in Louisiana who had the abortion.
Yeah.
Who was seeking the abortion, right?
Yeah.
And the baby head was suffering from a condition, a crania, and she was denied the abortion. So we talked about female
We got a lot of feedback
rights.
about that.
Right, a lot of feedback. So I actually had got a message today, and someone was updating me. I'm gonna read it back to you, but they were telling me that on the Roe versus Wade case, it also violated the right to privacy. So it was never the lady said it was never anyone's business to know about a pregnancy or medical history, and now that's being overturned. So the female's right to privacy when it comes to pregnancy and stuff like that is no longer the woman's. It's now the government's right to know.
You know what that's about?
Nah, tell me, brother.
Control.
Oh yeah. Now we talked about that. We talked about that. Control.
That's it.
They want to control the women.
Well, not just women, just
People,
everything. Yeah.
but they it's like they starting with the women. They taking the women's rights back, and not women's rights, but they taking away that one woman's right. Then next thing you know, it's gonna step on the women's right to vote. Then they're gonna start talking about the black right to vote, and it's honestly just a backtracking, descending factor that I can foresee coming. I ain't gonna say like it's gonna happen immediately, but I see it can happen. If you elect certain officials into office, if election is even valid. Video clips released by Los Angeles police show dozens of people, many of them not bothering to hide their faces, grabbing various items as they swarmed the chain store Monday shortly after midnight in the Harbor Gateway section of the city. Part of the footage even shows the rowdy bunch going behind the counter that was apparently vacated by 7-Eleven employees and flinging items towards a pack of people on the other side. So what I'm gonna do right here is we're gonna pull up the first part of the vid. Let's pull it up. Alright, so check it out. Now you can see all the looters entering the store. And it's like, at first everybody kind of looking nervous, and then now they just ramsack. What amazed me about this, because I watched this twice, is that nobody went at the register.
Because it wasn't about that. It probably would
I mean, they look at it. They snatching all the tobacco and cigarettes, and the register is going untouched.
It probably was a planned attack. That store, let's get it. Everybody tired of this stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what that's what they were saying in the article. It was a raid. They just but then they went. I read somewhere that I think they went up the block. They did it again to another store. I don't know. It says, oh yeah. So here it is. The robberies occurred during a street takeover where drivers flooded and blocked the city intersection with their vehicles from all directions to create a pit in the middle of it. And spectators got out of their cars and watched as drivers started doing donuts. And then the term Flashmob was used to describe a large public gathering at which people perform an unusual or seemingly random act and then disperse, typically organized by means of the internet or social media. Just like you said, they organized it.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
Got to.
Right. That's that. See, that's the statement that the LAPD said. That's wild. But
Anybody hurt?
This ain't the first time. It don't say. I don't think so.
Well, that's even better. That's what made it even more fun. Ain't nobody get hurt.
Yeah. So. The businesses suffered. That sucked. Hey man, you never know what's going on, man. Because one person got an incident. They might get paid though. You never know. But man, just cause
these
one
store
person
workers are
one
ass.
person can't take. Now I ain't gonna say that because it might be one person that's causing the issue. Like I know every time I go to that Clark, bro, it's always one lady that never have her money, and she always fussing with the dude, and it's like that's some BS. Like you got a problem.
Oh,
Like
trust me,
if she
I know.
came in here and got her, man, I'd be
I
pissed.
know.
I ain't lying.
Trust me.
I ain't lying.
People go places more often and don't have no money.
Right.
You'll be surprised how much this shit happens.
Right.
And it's ridiculous.
Well,
Like, you know what you came to do. Like, why'd you walk in here? You should have had that already organized.
So it apparently say, I guess they had been doing this, not necessarily at the store, but it says in the latest cases, however, flash mobs have turned from fun, spontaneous events to opportunistic criminal occurrences, and the police were seeking the public's help in apprehending the suspects, and
And making sure the police not bored.
right, trying to give them something to do.
Yeah.
Yep, give them something to do, man.
Instead of standing around looking at us.
I just think that's wild because I always worked plenty of jobs and I always said, man, what would they do if like we just? I mean, I'm thinking about how they all just said, okay, F it, let's just go storm the store. Everybody went in and went out. You got all 100 of these people.
The Capitol.
Right. That's funny. That's
White people
funny.
stormed the Capitol.
And nothing happened.
Come on.
And nothing has happened.
Like,
So they got us on the news. They got, because I mean, I will look at this. It's a mix of people. It's not just,
oh yeah,
black
it's
people.
Cali.
But, it's a mix of people. But I mean, it's wild. I mean, they got this on the news and they tripping about some people storming a local store when white people stormed the Capitol.
It was a planned attack.
I love it when they be like when you tell them like, if that was if it was the other way around, and they be like, we don't want to hear that, man. BS, man. It'd have been a massacre. It'd have been blood everywhere. They would not have hesitated pulling them triggers.
What was the date?
January 6th.
It'd have been a
January 6th massacre.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And that's sad that we both know that.
Right, the January 6th massacre, man. I mean, what's wrong with the country?
Shit, too much. Too much.
Right. Well, since you went political, my boy, another good topic that I want to talk about that's trending and that's hot and that's could be very vital and important in other people's lives. Are these student loans that President Biden talking about forgiving?
I want to see mine forgiven. I ain't gonna believe it till I see mine forgiven.
You gotta apply, my boy. You gotta apply.
Sign me up.
You gotta apply. Let's see. So what I wanted to do is because I looked all over the internet and I saw different articles saying different things, and so I wanted to, I actually went to the whitehouse.gov, so it's the official government site of the White House. So I'm reading it directly to you. It says, fact sheet, President Biden announces student loan relief for borrowers who need it most. A 3-part plan delivers on President Biden's promise to cancel $10,000 of student debt for low to middle income borrowers. President Biden believes that a post-high school education should be a ticket to a middle-class life, but for too many, the cost of borrowing for college is a lifelong burden that deprives them of that opportunity. During the campaign, he promised to provide student debt relief, and today, the Biden administration is following through on that promise and providing families breathing room as they prepare to start repaying loans after the economic crisis brought on by the pandemic.
This will help my credit tremendously.
Right.
This
right.
will help my credit tremendously.
Taking off $10K?
What? Like, I think that might be the only major thing I have left.
Right, and that's
it.
Right, and that's why I say I was like, man, just taking off $10K, that's almost cutting the debt in half for a third, and I mean
Mine, that'll
that's
pay mine
tremendous.
off.
Right,
Mine
right,
be
all the way.
done. You
Right,
probably I don't even think you need 10K from me. So
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and apply.
So
Like
so
sure I apply.
a little history check on what it says. Since 1980, the total cost of both 4-year public and 4-year private college has nearly tripled, even after accounting for inflation. Federal support has not kept up. Pell Grants once covered nearly 80% of the cost of a 4-year public college degree for students from working families, but now only covers a third. It went from 80% to 33%. That is that has left many students from low and middle income families with no choice but to borrow if they want to get a degree, according to the according to a Department of Education analysis. The typical undergraduate student with loans now graduates with nearly $25,000 in debt. That's accurate.
Yeah, I ain't graduate, so
That's accurate. I think my student loan debt is like 30,000 ish.
but that this happening at a moment right now is tremendous for me. So I'll make sure I get on this.
I guess I'm gonna just read it further because I'm pretty sure the ears are waiting to hear about the 3-part plan. So it says today, President Biden is announcing a 3-part plan to provide more breathing room to America's working families as they continue to recover from the strains associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. This plan offers targeted debt relief as part of a comprehensive effort to address the burden of growing college costs to make the student loan system more manageable for working families. Number one, provide targeted debt relief to address the financial harms of the pandemic, fulfilling President's campaign commitment. Make the student loan system more manageable for current and future borrowers. Protect future students and taxpayers by reducing the cost of college and holding schools accountable when they hike up prices. So I guess these are the 3 parts that Biden and his administration are going to try to implement. It says the Pell Grant program is one of America's most effective financial aid programs, but the value has been eroded over time. Current students with loans are eligible for this debt relief. Borrowers who are dependent students who will be eligible for relief based on parental income rather than their own income.
I thought it was always like that.
Uh, I'm guessing that if you're a dependent, then they're not gonna base it off your income. They're just gonna base it off your parents. It's I'm assuming that there's a income like cap for how much of the 10,000 they're gonna give off. Cause I think the keyword is up to 10,000. I don't know if it says up to 10,000.
Like I said, I just need just need a couple of dollars. So
Right.
go on approve mine. Please do.
I'm trying to get to the application, but I mean I don't see it yet. So
But this is cool. We're gonna see how this, helps the people.
right.
I may say.
I think it's a big thing though because a lot of people's credit will skyrocket.
Oh yeah.
I know one of the stipulations is going to be that you got to start paying
that's
on
really
your
the
loan.
main thing you hear people talk about when they talk about their credit. It's crazy. Maybe the government got a sick way of be like, we're gonna teach y'all about credit this way. We're gonna send y'all to school and make you pay for it after.
Right. But see, I think that by them taking off up to 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever it is, what they doing is they taking off the money. And I know that one of the stipulations is probably going to be, I could be wrong, but I think one of the stipulations is probably going to be that you got to start paying it back soon, like ASAP, like in a month or two when they start forgiving. They want you to start paying back on the smaller amount, which might be a small amount of money. But the objective is to get money flowing into the system, money flowing throughout America, because right now, because of the pandemic, almost everybody's student loan debt is just froze because they in forbearance. They don't got to pay them, so there's no money flowing. So if you say, okay, well, because of all this, how about we just restructure the system? We'll forgive a little bit and just cancel it all. Let's just bankrupt a third of this cost, right? And now get people to just start paying a little bit back. Well, now the future people that's coming into school, because I think I read that. Well, yeah, we did read earlier where it said that Biden was gonna start holding schools that are overcharged and accountable. So now,
Yeah, that's all of them.
right? I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
high as hell to continue your education at the high school
Right.
in the United States. I may say it's high as
Yeah.
hell
It's free in a lot of countries.
because
It's free in
they
a lot of
know
countries.
if it's smart. If I bring everybody up as it's supposed to, then the world can move along
Mhm.
together, and things won't be as hard. But no,
I do think though it's gonna be it's if it works. I mean, I do think it will work because I mean, like you said, the first thing you said is boom. When that debt's gone, your credit is gonna skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? Boom. When your
if it
credit,
makes it easier for me to get back into school
Mhm.
afterwards, if I could pay it off while I'm in school, if it won't be, because now they like, oh, you still owe. Like, that's basically what be keeping people out from going back once they get,
Mm-hmm. And see, when their credit go up, like you said, people gonna want to borrow because now you have the capability to borrow. They go out, they go buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Or they go out. It don't even have to be a car. I mean, you go out, you buy
because
a
everybody's
house.
trying to own now.
Yeah,
Ain't
you
nobody trying to
own.
rent from nobody.
Exactly. So now that's gonna make people want to buy. Your credit's up. You have the ability to borrow because no matter what you do, you gotta end up going back and
Because
borrowing.
people want you to rent when
Right.
they give you the inside of the house look like it's $300 a month. They want to make the outside look good.
Right.
But the inside is-
Gentrification.
the inside is ridiculous.
That's gentrification for you. That's what they do to the colored neighborhoods.
And then they wait. Later, they know shit gonna start messing up, so you won't get your deposit. They just know, oh, this gonna happen eventually.
Right.
So I ain't gotta worry about that.
Right. And
So everybody. But I like it now, where I'm located. They get it, they helping people build their own
mm-hmm.
community-wise. So hopefully that continues.
Well, let's just hope and pray that Sleepy Joe saves the day. It has been a lengthy topic today, but a lot was discussed. And my boy C Ward, we appreciate you, my boy.
Anytime.
You know what I'm saying, for coming out as always. And just stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us right here at Only on Tuesdays. Shout out to our sponsors at Custom Made Printing. Holla at them for all your print needs. Call my boy Pat. Tell him Mr. Tuesday seen you for that Tuesday discount. Anything you need, minor wrapping, cars, stitching, embroidery, all your print needs. Call them 318-205-6705.
And people in the Birmingham area, if you want the coldest detailed job in Birmingham, this no lie. See longevity. Holla at my boy Mike Long. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Longevity detailing.
100. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until we see you again, right here on Tuesdays, peace.